Hello and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I'm Sientir. You can support me at patreon.com/Sientir. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't know, whatever. I mean, we make fun of those standard YouTube things, but there's a reason why people do those calls to action. Is because we want you to take action. Anyway, last we left off, I need to go speak with Jaiju Tai and arrange passage to the Delesio seaboard. So, apparently the White Mantle's Temple of Tolerance has always been considered too well defended to risk an attack on it, but we now have momentum and a secret weapon. So, we're at a point where we can go and invade it. I read this last time, so you are welcome to do so yourself if you want to, but I'm not inclined to read it. Okay, so here we have Jaiju Tai, which was actually... So we got some of our first touch of Canthons here in Lion's Arch when we first played the game. People who have played Guild Wars 1, and we're starting from the beginning. And this is kind of the introduction of... Sorry, I'm looking over at my audio and I'm like, why am I not seeing much? Anyway, so our first touch of Canthons were the Junlai agents, technically. And then I think all Canthons originally had the same look. But anyway, can you take me to the Delesio seaboard? Ah, yes, the new Crichton royalty had contacted me about this. Normally, I wouldn't use my ships for such purposes, but I am being paid quite handsomely. We should be able to drop you off in an isolated location, so you can do whatever it is you need to do without being noticed by any White Mantle in the area. Is your party ready to go? I hope you're on the list of approved travelers. So, for reference, since I haven't really done it, I don't think. The Delesio seaboard's just over here. Yeah. There's a village here. So when you do this mission, you come in, you're like, oh, we need to defend this village here, and then you make your way over to this village, and then over to here. I forget the exact flow of the mission. It's been a very long time since I've done it, but anyway, we are ready to travel to the Delesio seaboard. It's named after Saul Delesio, which you would have seen some of the Rise of the Mantle stuff way back in the day. Okay, so... Now I need to go seek out Dinas and Hakewood. Let's see. Guards and Hakewood take a bit of a break, at which point our man will let you into the temple to kill the Mursaat fiend, Koril the Malignant. Wait, did Koril have an elite skill I care about? This is suddenly an important question. Koril the Malignant. No. Okay. I didn't assume so. He's a Necromancer Mursaat boss, and they typically have life transfer, which this character already has. So, nice building. Yep. Nice building indeed. Okay. Never minding some of that nonsense. Here's Dinas. He showed up, in fact, in the main stuff as a spy amongst the mantle. Hey. Finally, I'm starting to get nervous. The Mantle think that we left hours ago. If they saw us still lurking around, it could be trouble. Now, before I open the door, I have information to add to your report for the princess. Listen carefully. The White Mantle are getting scared. Brimo flew into an uncontrollable rage when he heard that his pet inquisitors had been taken out. Now they are sending men every day to Demetra in the north. That's where we are headed as well. Something is happening up there. I am not sure what, but I'll be in touch. Now go. Koril is in the center of the temple. He should be hard to miss. Good luck. He's hard to miss if you can see them. The Mursaat have the ability to become invisible. But if you've gone through the Chosen ceremony at Augury Rock, then they are no longer able to hide themselves from you. It is the lore on all of that business. Now, we need to get to the Temple of Tolerance, which is right here. And then there's like a little village on there, or whatever. This character's obviously done this probably in hard mode at some point in time, but it's been ages, so... And the bonus here is quite annoying, if I remember correctly, because you have to carry a thing. It's just, yeah, it's just supremely obnoxious. This is the Daisy stuff, right? I should... Oh, well, that guy might have been useful to Days. I hadn't realized that. Stop running away. And let me hit you. Okay, the other one obviously is a healer and needs to be stopped. Welp. That didn't take long. Hope everybody's been doing well, by the way. For my part, I've been spending a lot of time working on an RPG and RPG Maker as of late. Having fun with it. And writing a lot of custom plugins. And turns out RPG Maker is significantly more powerful if you start writing a lot of JavaScript code. Yeah. If you're not writing JavaScript or using plugins and stuff, you're missing out on a lot of power that the engine can have. Excuse me, I don't know if the microphone picked that up. Hopefully not. A little bit of a cough for some reason. Not city ground, please. Thank you. Strange build. I definitely don't want them earthquaking me, thanks. It's interesting coming through here and having a bunch of white mantle. Oh, it's a DA. Not anymore. Uh-huh. Oh, right. Raise some bone minions. I saw that happen, but I didn't really think much about it. Nope, let's not go fight White Mantle Knights. We don't need to. We are here for the Mursaat. Caught up yet, Master of Whispers? At some point in time, I want to figure out what heroes I'm missing in Eye of the North and go get them, but I think I might be missing only yeah, that's a whammo, but it's like a smite whammo. Whammo, short for warrior monk, is very popular back in the day. I mean, probably still is among anybody who's a new player. Make a warrior monk with the idea that warriors are tanky and sturdy and monks are healy. Make kind of a paladin build, and it's very popular, particularly with prophecies, because you get the enchantment mending as a monk very early. Very popular to make a warrior monk that uses mending, the mending enchantment, which on its surface works fairly well. Mending restores 6 HP per second if you have enough spec in it. That's usually about the rate that I think of it as providing. I believe you have to go up this way for that's not the map, for a thing to get the offering, but it's not relevant to what we're doing here. So we need to fight our way to the Temple of Tolerance. So yay. But anyway, a lot of people, especially in the beginning, made warrior monks with sort of those healing-ish abilities and that sort of stuff, and got called whammos for warrior monk. Again, it's something that I imagine is still popular with people in its own sort of way. Alright, well, I'm trying to figure out if there's someone I should be dazing. One of the things that's a really cool mechanic in this game is that being high up grants you more range and damage with projectiles. Projectile attacks, I should say specifically. Although there is the converse of that, which is where being low down reduces your damage and range. But it's an interesting mechanic that is like one of basically the vertical axis, which technically would be Y. A lot of people call it Z, but game cameras are usually set up on the negative Z axis going into the camera sort of thing. So I usually think of the XZ plane or XZ or whatever you want to call it as being the plane that we're walking on with Y being vertical. But regardless of exactly the setup, the point is that the Chaos Storm, that's an interesting choice. Must be energy, yeah, energy denial, signal of weariness and stuff. My point is that sorry, gameplay is clearly a focus of my attention here. Ranged attacks respect that, while melee attacks don't, and it's very strange. Like there's certain times where the vertical axis is recognized by the game, and other times where it's just like, you know, it doesn't exist. It's just very inconsistent, which I find kind of peculiar. Sure, the minions are fine getting meteor showered out of existence, in so much as them is much better than the backline. Still not great, but better than the backline. Oh, there's some Jagged minions getting in there. Jagged minions spawn from other minions. Oh, hey, Karn. Okay, I'm going to admit, did not see the whirlwind coming there. This is never gonna, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Dragon minions spawn out of other minions. I was trying to remember what it was I was talking about. And, as such, they tend to be a little bit weaker on the raw face of it, but they also come built in with bleeding being inflicted on every attack, which bleeding inflicts 4 damage per second, but not everything can be bled. Or it has 4 pips of degen, which is 8 damage per second. Health regen pips are equal to 2 HP per second, either up or down, while energy is 1/3 of an energy per second. Just the numbers they decided to settle on. No backbreaker, please. I mean, yeah, Spectral Agony, it doesn't matter, because I'm totally infused, and it's like a light touch. But, anyway. Okay, so now we just need to kill Koril the Malignant. Except my mouse cursor was in the wrong spot, so I just didn't move forward. I'm using left click to move forward a lot. That's the functionality it's been. Oh, please none of that business. Just how I set things up mostly. But it can cause oddities at times. Oh my goodness, they have an awful lot of empathy going on. Who is the empathy span? Here, let me get rid of that for myself. Okay, well that guy's not the empathy spam, I can tell you that much. A stern scan, very valuable here. Nope, no bleed happening. That's okay. Does this do the plus damage regardless? Yeah, it does the plus damage regardless. I mean, it's certainly not... The plus damage is not why you use that skill. But, you know. I accept the plus damage is useful. Ooh. Okay. Can we do something about the signals of return here? That would be great. Frost artifact, you say. Okay, we've got some Necromancer war going on here. This is ridiculous. Aha. Oh my goodness. We've just a gigantic line of dudes coming. It looks like we're slowly pushing through the Jade. I'm trying to focus on these guys back here, which seems to be applying a lot of good pressure in useful ways. So that's good. Are we done, or do we just have more mobs walking over to us? Because it seems like we have an awful lot of mobs just walking over to us. That's what's going on here. It's not like we're getting slammed, per se, but it's just like more guys walking over towards us. Okay, it looks like we've cleared out a lot of the wandering mobs. Although this group over here is running up. So this is interesting because this is actually kind of mirroring the mission where you're defending this place against undead. But they come in waves kind of like this, where you're taking the center area where Koril is, and you're defending it against waves of undead that are attacking. Now, obviously, as I am, I'd be a bit, relatively speaking, overpowered for that mission, in normal mode at least. But it's interesting to think about it kind of being set up in such a way that it parallels the structure of the mission. I should not stand in the firestorm. It's not a lot of DPS, but it's unnecessary to take it. Steady ground, I believe, knocks you over if you're attacking. Price has been doing a good job of splinter weaponing me. Which is definitely helping with the DPS in some of these situations. Yeah, you can see there's like more and more groups coming to attack us. Fascinating. I actually kind of like that they're making this structure. I just find that interesting is all, mostly. But I appreciate it as well. Jade cloaks are new for this, by the way. So originally the Mursaat came in two flavors. They came in the flavor of the physical attacking Jade and the magical attacking Mursaat. So there were 6 professions and prophecies when the game came out. The 2 physical attacking professions of the Ranger, which would be Jade bows, and I forget what they called them for the warriors, but they had their own version, obviously. And then the Mursaat would come in Elementalist, Mesmer, Monk, and Necromancer varieties. And they had specific elites that you'd expect them to use. The Necromancers would use Life Transfer. The Mesmers would use Energy Surge. The Elementalists use Thunderclap, which is interesting. That skill saw some change over the years. And then the was it Devastating Hammer for the Warriors and Oath Shot for the Rangers? Monks would use Aura of Faith. Let's see. Life Transfer, Energy Surge, Aura of Faith. Thunderclap. Yeah. So anyway, there's just specific elites associated with specific professions, and just kind of interesting, like the way that they arrange stuff so that way certain mobs are sort of this way and other mobs are that way and that sort of thing. Dodging is something, by the way, you might have seen it pop up there, that you can totally do in this game. It means that you have... I need enough adrenaline to get my blazing spear off. I don't know, I was saying something and it was relevant, and then I lost what I was saying. These Jade Bow are constructed differently, by the way. They have different skill sets than traditional Jade Bow have. Yeah, like Barrage. Oh, okay, we have just a Cassandra over there. I did not realize that. There certainly were not originally... that's right, I have all these royal gifts that I'm going to need to be opening. There are just an awful lot of mantle here. I'm not too worried about trying to pick up the Mursaat garment, because I believe if I complete this quickly enough that I should be able to automatically pick that up. Strength's balance is kind of... So this is kind of an interesting thing where, realistically speaking, they... Man, okay. They couldn't do this, but I kind of wish they had been able to do something where... the White Mantle would have their own version of skills that did not refer to the true gods. So, like, the White Mantle using, say, what was the skill that they were just using that was making me think about this? Anyway, them using skills that specifically reference one of the 6 gods, like Grant's Balance was a skill that I saw. That's specifically making me think about this. Right, Grant's Balance is explicitly a reference to Grenth, who the White Mantle do not believe in. Right, so it's kind of interesting to see them use a skill that references him. Let's get ourselves a Koril the Malignant here. You are the man of the hour. Oh good, life transfer on only me. But of course, they added the Jade Cloaks because the... let's get this guy out of here. The Mursaat are supposed to be becoming fewer in number, so they're not just going to have random Mursaat casters floating around. They're going to be named Mursaat. Okay, well, let's see if I can keep keep this guy dazed much of the time. Actually, this is a dazing spear right over here. I should use this one. Rather than my one that gains me adrenaline more quickly. Sacrifice pawn. Interesting. So that guy has a skill that lets him sacrifice... Okay, we need to clear out some of these White Mantle. This is getting ridiculous. Obviously, part of the way that they made this more difficult is to have you constantly mobbed by White Mantle. I am... Okay, let's... You... Why did I get knocked down in the middle of casting? Whatever. Do they have a Wanderlust or something? Yeah, I know this is making us bleed whenever we get knocked down. What's making us get knocked down is my question. Like, is this person using the... knocked down. I'm being blocked. That's not what I want. Excuse me, I'm going to pick this up. And these coins. But I'm not going to open that Crichton chest because that's just a terrible idea. Ah. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. We don't have any jagged minions up right now to bleed him, so Prophecy's boss has resistance to curses and stuff on him. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some jaggeds. The jagged minions bleeding is really, really useful. Like I said, though, there are things that don't bleed. Like the jade constructs don't bleed. A lot of the undead don't bleed. I should maybe... There, get myself a screenshot of that for thumbnail purposes. Oh, for crying out loud. Why am I getting obstructed? Okay, yeah, that guy's dead. Obstruction can be very annoying at times. What is the pawn you had to sacrifice? I don't know. Oh, well, and he just kind of died. Okay, and so we can return to Princess Salma for our reward. Back to my Deldrimmer Javelin instead of my Drakenr's Javelin. I know they're very, very similar. They're both named after dwarves, but still don't know entirely what I'm doing with that one. But yeah, here's the Mursaat garments. I just up and gave them to me. Okay, well that was a surprisingly longer mission than it felt like it was going to be, just because there ended up being so many Mursaat to take care of. But I'm going to start making my way towards Bodris the Outfitter so I can clear out my inventory, as you know I like to do. Ooh. See, that's a white worth 99 gold. That's crazy. Prodigy is worth a bunch. I don't think Minor Absorption is worth anything. Superior Absorption used to be the most valuable rune at just straight 100k on the trader, because that was its cap. It was 100k. But pretty sure that changed at some point in time when they made them drop a little bit more often or something. I don't know. I just know that... we look at it now, they do not have that much value. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just 100 gold at this point. Minor strength is worth a good bit, because strength is really useful. But yeah, superior absorption is just -3 now. Or it's just 100 gold now, but these used to be 100k. I remember those days. Yeah, that's about right for Super Vigor. 65 plat. I think there was a point where they were a bit lower than that. But see, Prodigy right here, you see this is 700 gold, so it is super worth getting out of there. The Minor Absorption rune's not worth anything though, so. And this one is Major Wilderness Survival. That's not going to be... Yeah. Worth exactly as much as I thought it wasn't. I'm just going to salvage these. Yeah, I want to salvage that. Okay, I mean, that's just a standard amount off, but... dump them in my bank. Slowly accumulate stuff, that's how this works. I'm taking a quick scan through my inventory just to make sure I didn't have, like, some random... we are going to get back to this at some point in time here, by the way. It's probably going to be a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't have some, like, random thing going on. Ooh, we've got a couple of those. Okay, let's go visit the princess for our reward. Close that. Don't need it open right now. I think they might have added this entire keep zone for the purposes of this, by the way. Like, they did a lot of work for both War in Kryta and the other one. So, Winds of Change. Love the Condemned is a vile, jealous woman who has targeted the maidens of Kryta simply out of envy. Rumor has it she was once beautiful herself, but age and a life of vice have left love a haggard, spiteful wretch. Now she roams the lands of Kryta, terrorizing any woman who is fairer or younger than she, which is just about all of them. Traveling with Kryta province and ending Love the Condemned's resentful rampage, and you will earn Queen Selma's favor and bounty. Right. I'm going to grab that, because I might do some of them later, and it's nice to have them stocked up. Okay, right now it's Princess Selma, though, not Queen Selma, so I don't know what they're going on about. Oh, Intelligence Officer, give me some more supplies. Thanks. Okay. Excellent news, Carmen Angelis. Now 3 Mursaat have been eliminated and 4 remain, if our intelligence is accurate. But this news of Mantle forces amassing in Demetra is troublesome. It is a holy place for the Mantle, being the site where Saul D'Alessio pushed back the Char. So it's the spot that we saw in the bonus mission pack. I suppose we can only wait for word from Dinas and hope he doesn't come under suspicion. His work has been crucial to our cause. It has for a very long time. Okay, so my guess... Interesting. Okay, so my guess is I need a rezone in order to progress the plot. Where are we on time? Ah. But it looks like that's going to have to wait for next time, because we are at half an hour. So, get out of here, so you making a bunch of minions. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.